Hello everyone, greetings and welcome back to Empire of the Skies. We just finished the scenario and finally we're diving into a sandbox game. Unfortunately, since I'm recording all of this in early access, mods are not allowed, so I cannot go into the hard mode let's play. We're probably also going to do this, but in that case I'm going into my old extreme let's play because this one was stable. It didn't crash on load, and we're going to jump into a sandbox where we are going to explore the new airship mechanics, the new Empire of the Sky mechanics, because there's quite a lot to cover here. And with that, let's get right into Madison, our former big city, with Carrie Voss as our avatar. Enjoy. Alrighty, and here we are now in the existing city. So we're back to Madison, our beguiling metropolis from the extreme. Right, so some of you might remember this one. It's been a while. It's my extreme playthrough from spring. So if you like that, have a look at the playlists. And yeah, we do have world domination in this playthrough, right? So at least the old world belongs to us. In the new world, we still have Bente, Princess Ching, and Miss Hunt. We still have those, the Admiral. We do have them still here, and we do have some new world islands. Now, this is activated now with the latest DLC, so we can finally use it here, right? So we do get now in the Artisans, because with the Artisans you unlock the new mechanics. And here we have now the postal services. We do have the airship hangar. Yes, we can have this now in the old world too, right? So building airships here. And of course, my people have the lifestyle needs, and they do lack now quite a lot of stuff. And look at that, there's actually some new lifestyle needs available too. Not only the local mail that we know from the scenario, but also the regional mail and the overseas mail. So this one is the important one from the new world to the old world. If you transport your mail this way, you get the overseas mail. And then we have the wealth, which is fur supply. And that's interesting, right? So we could supply my population with furs and get the wealth supply with that. And get a bit more money out of it. Now, before we can build the airship hangar, we do need one production, and that is pretty important, and that's aluminum. For this one here, however, we do need bauxite. The cool thing is we have one deposit in Tombola, and this is also working after the fact, so after the playthrough, we have bauxite. We don't have... Oh, we have two bauxite in River of Stars. Perfect. There is one, and there is one. And the workforce is looking a bit tricky there, though. However, we don't have helium. Helium is on this island here, for example. So, of course, we're going the right way. We're purchasing this island from Princess Ching. She likes us anyway, right? Okay, she declines my gifts there again. And Miss Hunt. She would accept on a peace treaty. Let's do this as well. So I'm going to purchase this island here because it has the helium. There's no other helium that I can see. Only on those islands further away from us. But there's really not a lot of helium on the islands. And we do need it for the airships too. So this one here we need to overtake. If I want to make this one work. Let's quickly check out my trade routes. Did I lose any ships there? No. We are using the cargo ships. So everything is rather standard here. Right. This is all just working fine. And we can start with this new production that we have available. We also have the post office now. Is this one supplying anything here right away? Lifestyle needs, the local mail. And we also have the new lifestyle needs now for the obreros, that is the spectacles, and then the typewriter. Alright, from the old world, something that we also need. Like that. Looking at my shipyards, we can also have a look at the new additions. So the flamethrower monitor and the flag monitor are the new additions with the DLC as well. So both of them are very important because both of them counter airships. So of course you have now airships. You can bomb the harbors of the opponents with airships. I wonder if we can bomb the cities too. I guess we'll find out doing that. And these are countering that. Also we get some new defenses. So we have, beside the big baddie, we do now have the anti-armor gun available as well. So this fires an armor-piercing round at high speed to penetrate metal hull ships, less effective against wooden hulls. So this is against steam ships. This baby here does cost 20 advanced weapons. It's quite a lot. Let's build one. And then we get another one though. and that is the flamethrower. Ejects a stream of flaming chemicals at high velocity, devastating against wooden ships, right? So you do need to have a safe balance between the two of them. And of course, at the front of them, we do have then the flag emplacement. These mounted guns use specialist ammunition to target airships, useless against most ship hulls, but very high damage against airships. So it's getting a bit more complicated now, your defenses, right? Because just 3 types of weapons are not enough anymore. We have now the flag, the flamethrowers, and the anti-armor guns for the steamships. We need to have a nice combination of all of them in the future if we want to survive against enemies. But finally we have it. Finally, new additions to the harbor defenses. Let's continue with our next preparation for the airships, right? We do need saltpeter works for the helium production, ultimately for the building materials for the airships. So I'm going ahead and I'm going to have some saltpeter production now here in Min. This one is probably not going... There is no space here anymore. This one could work. No, it doesn't work, of course not. But this should work. There you go. And my cargo ship has also arrived. Perfect. Ah! Forget about that. Doesn't matter. We do need 4. We have all of them. It's fine already. This is going to be a surplus production anyway. Just okay. And let's build them. Still need the steel beams.
Cargo stations.
There you go. And let's also upgrade them just because, like this. That in Min we have now this production as well. And in the new world, we do now see the addition of my cargo ship that has arrived with the bricks. River of Stars. So either we start here. Here we have 2 bauxite deposits. And here we have 1. So let's go with River of Stars for this, what I have in mind. So let's unload the bricks and some steel beams. And with that we can now start with our mines, right? For the aluminum production. That is the new building material in the new world that we're going to need now. So the bauxite mine. 220 honoreros is quite a lot, by the way. So I will need to have a new district. Where though? We have quite a space problem. However, what I can see is we do have 6, 7 sugarcane plantations. And I could just have them over here. Right, so that's 5. And with that, it's 6. And then just 1 more. Plus also our warehouses. There you go. Let's build them. And now we can get rid of those here. Save the space. And have a new district in River of Stars.
Perhaps you can bear this torch.
Nah. Market hunt, I'm not doing this. I'm sorry.
Superstition.
I don't care about this. By the way, another share in 2 minutes. Let's not forget about that.
Ship constructed.
Very important. Yeah. There we have then some new blocks. And we could use those blocks here actually in that area too. Right. So this is just looking a bit better, a bit more organized then. And let's have the marketplace here. Plus the chapel. And, oh yeah, we do need space for the post offices then as well. But we'll just see about that in a second. Let's go ahead and have then some more houses. Yeah, perfect. Very good. Let's build them. That's with the timber, chapel, and the marketplace. To get the workforce cracking. Alright, didn't take long, and the Admiral is declaring war on us. This is a surprise to me. Why is he doing this? He's much weaker than we are. And he would go to ceasefire right away. So let's just do this. These are the hiccups of a strange AI that is confused when it's not modded anymore. And let's just go ahead and finish this. Yeah, that's coming along quite nice there actually. We could then get rid of these coffee plantations, move them away a bit, and save more. Let's also have the next share.
You have a share.
For the Helium Island. And bauxite we can now start, hopefully. Yes, we have the Honoreros. And I would like to build both of them right away. Oh, wait a second. Don't forget. A bauxite mine produces every 10 seconds, right? So it's producing 6 bauxite per minute. So this is pretty crazy. The aluminum smelter only consumes only produces every 1.5 minutes, which is very long. So those 9 aluminum smelters that we can supply with one bauxite mine, that would be around 40 obreros each, so almost, yeah, 360 obreros. But don't forget the charcoal burner also requires workforce. Get rid of this one here. And here. And then we get the bauxite mine. Let's actually build it. There is a mission too. Now that I just see it, aluminum is essential for constructing light-weighted metal frames that help airship maintain their shape, but is also used for many of the buildings which the airships will use and interact with. A plentiful supply will be necessary. But that's my full intention of getting all of this done. So increase your stock of aluminum by 5 tons. Or to 5 tons. Coal is something we do need to get over though. So how do we get coal? Well, of course, from the old world, because this is just much safer to use. And we do have a very healthy coal supply in Madison. I think we're getting it in with the Docklands, right? Yep, we're getting it in. Quite a lot of that too. So my maximum storage is 2,100. Let's just increase this to 200 so that we can get the 2,500 coal there in. And then I'm going to have a new trade route. That is going to have then... Oh, by the way, there it is now too. The airship trade route that we have then. That we're going to need them. Madison to River of Stars. And we're going to use this one for coal. And since we're going to need quite a lot of that. And also bricks. Let's also import bricks. Because we have enough of that in Madison anyway. I might actually need to get aluminum back home then again. That's just something we're going to see later. Puddle Duck, you can join this trade route. Another ship of the line, because of course we should not be slacking in this regard. Get that fleet up. We can still build a few more. And also here, let's build battle cruisers. There we get the first one. And let's also build the new flamethrower monitor. And let's build the new flag monitor as well. So that's that. These are going to work just fine for me now. Get them over. And the battle cruiser too. And my coal delivery should also start now. Also, this is really cool. We get the new drop goods. So the airship platform, right, for Madison. And there it is. The bomb factory. The sea mine factory. So here we can now finally use sea mines then to fortify our harbor. We get the pamphlet printer. This one we can drop over enemy cities. And the care package factory. With this one we can supply islands directly with water, for example. And we got the water drop factory. Interesting for what we are going to need water. Now back in River of Stars, we do need a dedicated location somewhere over here, a bit further away, where we have a small space available. And here we can now start with our aluminum production. So the bauxite is already being produced now. And the coal is coming in from Madison. So then we can start with the smelters. And yeah, we could supply up to 9 of these smelters with one mine. Let's build the warehouse. And we should already have a lot of bauxite in. There it is. By the way, is the supply here well enough?
What can I do for you?
Producing at a 100% now. Ah yeah, there's the 4 coming in. So it's a very high rate of bauxite that comes in. And with that we can have now these smelters. Let's go ahead and start with them over here. Since they're not producing so quickly, we're going to need quite a lot of them. And of course, let's not forget about the fire stations. And they consume 40 operators each. So we can build, let's build 4 of them already. Plus the fire station. And let's upgrade the market, the warehouse. Let's have another one on that side too. So it's getting a bit tight in the new world space-wise. A lot of additional factories. Let's use our latest ornament, the Old Native Workshop from the scenario. And I think we can use it right here. On this island. That's looking pretty cool. That is one of the new ornaments that we have. And we also have the new ornaments for the airships. So the airship platform clock, for example. If you like to see this. But of course we're going to build this soon here now with the airship hangar then, right? So we are waiting now for the aluminum to come in. And we also have the next quest. So that's the Helium. So Paloma's airship requires a new type of gas, helium. Numerous helium-rich gas pockets have been found in the New World. Yes, that's all very nice. Unfortunately, none have been found on my islands. So this is the only one here where I can see that we have helium available. Let's continue purchasing this island. The total cost will be only 2 million once we also have the shares, right? So we can easily afford it. It's no big deal. And I hope Princess Jing doesn't mind one bit. I mean, she's much weaker, so it should be fine. We can still, of course, try to offer her gifts. Making her happy there. And my coal supply is also coming in. There it is. So with that, my aluminum smelters finally start their work. Producing us the aluminum that we need. So 5 tons we don't need for that mission there. Let's also go ahead and build some 4 more. Plus the warehouse, plus the fire station. Let's also go ahead and upgrade some more operators. We're going to need them for the post supply then anyway. Plus I do need the workforce. And there we finished it, right? Number 1. So aluminum profiles are in. And now we can finally build our first post office then for 15 tons of aluminum. We could also have the post box, which is a very small one.
As well as for the airships themselves.
But I don't want that. I want the post office, of course. This one, and this one is then producing all the local mails and stuff like that. Let's have this one here by the street.
Bombs, mines, pamphlets,
and we also should begin producing care packages. There's quite a lot of missions coming in here. Post office, helium extractor, the airship platform, right? Oh, I think I have a good location for my airship platform. There's the hangar, and for the airship platform... Unfortunately, this is on another side entirely. There it is. That one. That's a good location here, I think. Let's have the airship platform then over here, right? This is the central place before it, in front of it. And then we can have, for example, the airship platform cafe. People can sit around here. By the way, let's pave it. It would just look very ridiculous with that. So we can have also some covered seats, by the way. Yeah, covered seats here by the river. Airship platform arc. That's the entrance. Unfortunately, we cannot have it over a street. The seating arena. The flagpoles. Oh, there's different ones. We can have several of these then here. Around the airship platform, right? And then we also have the airport sign. Oh yeah, that's nice. So welcome to the airport. Let's have this one here. And then also a clock. Oh, wait a second. Let's have this one a bit further away. There can be a little plaza here then in front of it, right? So this one is the airport.
Ship constructed.
There's only the cafe, unfortunately, right? So we can have the cafe over here and here. So we have this plaza area, kind of like. And then we have, for example, the clock. Oh, we could also have the hot air balloon ornament here. That would be nice. That would be a cool addition. So let's just move them down.
Keep the masses suppressed and our troubles will soon pass.
Production for aluminum is also now at 5 per minute, so it's pretty good, right? So we produce a lot of that, really. Bauxite is down to 1, perfect. So this is working as intended. We have 8 aluminum smelters now, and we do consume 5 coal per minute. So that's not that much, right? So my cargo ship should do everything available here, everything possible, so that we don't need anything else. We could still build 2 more smelters, but let's not do this for now. Let's rather purchase another share. And then we could build the platform already. The thing is, though, I don't have any airships yet. So for the airship hangar that we also need, this one here, we can build this one, however. Where should we build the airship hangar, though? I mean, theoretically, it would make sense to have it close to my docking station, right? But I'm not doing this. Probably will have it somewhere else, a bit further away. Probably somewhere over here. Let's build the hangar, right? So we don't need that many hangars, though. We need one that builds the airships then. Let's have it a bit further away then. So right here is a good location for it. Together with a warehouse, because we of course will need to supply it with building materials. It does require 550 honoreros. Quite a lot. This one. And let's start building it. What are the surprises? Bricks and timber we need, and 550 honoreros, 10 minutes of our time as well to start this phase. There are 4 phases in total, so quite a lot. Going to take quite some time to finish this one. We do need a few more honoreros though. I think we have space. Not. Let's downgrade some obreros again. These guys, and that's it. Really, nothing else. What I can do in the meantime, I can build my first post office in River of Stars. And there you go.
A beautiful structure, no? And what joy it's going to bring, distributing letters from all over the world.
Alright, yeah, post office, there it is. Let's have a paved road close to it. And let's also have... a nice plaza area in the background. Oh, there's also a bigger one. Nah, we should be fine with that. And then some trees. Just behind it. And that's that, right? This one is now producing. It's starting its production of local mail. And local mail is going to supply now my people then at the same time. So this is once again this whole thing. There's the local mail. I haven't unlocked it yet. But we can then unlock it once we have enough supply of that in. Right, and this is the first one. We could build the second post office already here. And let's do this actually. For the, we need the bricks, alright. And then I can probably build another one further up here then as well. They can't overlap. So here is probably a good spot for the third one. Let's also have a post box here. Because it would supply, it would take in these people there, right? That's a cutie. Producing now local mail for us as well. We already have 21 local mail in stock. So I can make local mail available to the obreros here. This will boost my income a bit. It's going up. Perfect. And we will also finish this mission here most likely. And as you can see, that's happening now. Right, so that at least this one here is now available. So just for your information, lifestyle needs, it's not something that increases anything except for money, right? So you get the money in, and my residents will be happier because of that. It doesn't increase my population though or something. Oh, I think we finished it. Yep, the mission has also been finished. So 1 mission down, 3 more to go. That's the care package, the airship platform. How are we coming along here? And yeah, it's still taking time, right? So it would be a few more minutes then. There's also our first flamethrower monitor coming out. It's already burning a bit in the front, so it's ready for action. Just like that.
New orders?
Alright, we've also finished the next phase. Phase 2 has been completed. So it's growing. The third phase. Oh, we have everything. 30 tons of bricks, 40 tons of aluminum that we have produced now. 600 $100 though. Right, so that's a bit more. We do lack some $100. So what can I do? I can just downgrade some people again. 2 will be fine. There you go. So that we can still supply everybody with the workforce that we need. And by the way, let's also build this post office there. It will cost me some operators. Right, and if we expand then here, and we will, actually let's do this now. I wanted to expand over there, and we can do this now. I think we're not boosting them with a trade union yet. So I can have my rum distilleries then in this area. And instead use this for more people now. Let's finish stage 3, and now we are in the last stage. For this beauty, we do need some aluminum here, some 50 tons of sales, 250 obreros, and 10 minutes of my time. Well, I think I can spare all of that. And this one is now on its way, cracking away for building some airships, constructing the airships. Now also, what comes to mind now is finally finishing this airship platform. And in that case here, there you go, in all its glory. This actually was a quest as well, right? So tutorial item transfer. So with that, we also unlock a very, very, very cool feature that I will have to show off then as well, that we can show off in the new world here as well. And this one here, well, has a lot of people in store right now, but no airships. So we are going ahead with building those airships then soon. Oh, and Admiral is nasty as always. They're desperately trying to take over some islands there, but of course they will not succeed at that, as we do have the financial power. And we would also like to go ahead here with the first modules then that we can have. And the first one is the airmail sorting. This one here, it's a pretty big module. And this one here will allow us to use post, right? So letters that we have on this island here to share it with other airships, with other islands that we have then, right? And we can see we do have already 120 tons of local mail in stock. So this is something that we produce already with our post offices, right? So we got 3 post offices at the moment, producing a lot of these letters. And the cool thing is we can also see this in our overview now. We should be seeing it in the overview. There they are, right? So we have a production now of +9 per minute here. This is actually costing me something right now, so that's the post offices, right? And we need to make sure that the surplus that we produce here are being transported then to other islands. So production is going down right now because the storage is full, right? What we can still do is, though, we can beautify these monsters, these buildings here, just a bit more, so that we have a proper looking post office then everywhere, right? Let's also get us some palm trees here. With those guys there. They're looking really nice here. I love these new additions. I'm always very happy about new buildings in the new world, as this scenario is just not being used that often. Very good. This one's also full now. And I think we do have this tiny yellow box up here, where lots of people are going to. And this one is also full by now. And there it is, at the moment we've all been waiting for. 1.2 million credits we can pay, or we can pay this island here of Princess Jing. Careful City it's called. We're going to carefully take it over. She will not even notice it. We can totally afford it with the influence there. Lots of loot as well. I didn't know that. I didn't know the thing about the loot here. So probably hopefully my cargo ship can arrive there on time. Let's just take lots of bricks and timber and also some steel beams and get it over here to Careful City. By the way, Careful City, let's move the... but this is a very beautiful area here for a city, right? This is not so great. It's closer to my main island, right? But it's just such a beautiful coast that I'm going to keep it this way. And there should be some items here in as well. So we got the Crimble's Corral Society poster for the town hall. Pretty good price for selling it. And also some items for the botanical garden and for the museum, the art of medicine. So another nice boost here. And we should also have lots of items, there you go, in River of Stars so that I can show off you the shared item storage that we have then. Princess Jing is a big fan of cigars, I can see that. Reinforced concrete, I always take that, thank you very much. There's also some gold and more cigars. There was a real smoker here. I don't need that. I also don't need that much cigars. Some tortillas. Always nice to have. More cigars. Holy cow. She was crazy after this. Okay, more cigars. I should stop with that. And yeah, we're going ahead right away, building up another smaller city now in Careful City, because this here should then communicate with my River of Stars, right? I definitely want to have a good, proper communication between the two. And I'm going ahead and doing this here then. So we're going to make a big proper road out of this one. And lots of rivers on this island. I should be careful. There is a good spot here to get over. Right, and this one we can then use for this area. Because that is just a vast area really. Where we can then have some beautiful timber production. And who was expecting this? I don't think so. Actually, let's not make it here, because there's these trees I want to keep. I don't know what it is. I'm going to make the timber production over here. This is a better place for it. Let's make it 3 for now, because I don't think we're going to need more than that. Should be fine already. And then we just build our basic city again. By the way... how is Princess Jing reacting? She doesn't like us, but she's also not going to war with us, right? She also doesn't take any gifts right now, so... but she's not declaring war on us for taking over that island. After all, that is a positive news. And there we have it. This is the real reason why we took over this island. This tiny slot. And that's Helium, right? A new resource in the New World that we're going to need here now. It's time to finally build our timber production. Let's get cracking on this. And then also, let's get to the other side here and start building our districts. By the way, this is looking strange. We could have a courtyard there or something like that, but who really wants that? And let's go ahead and build the first city there, really. So this side of the city. And this will open up then some age, I think. Let's get my cargo ship back to the River of Stars. Get some more timber. So those people will start to grow now. Because in the River of Stars, we finally have something to do. And that is finishing our airship hangar. Finally. Let's go cracking on this.
An impressive structure, I must say.
Paloma admires us, as always. And yeah, beautiful building, right? It's actually the same as the Arctic. It looks a bit different, of course, when it comes to the skins, but the size is the same, I think. And yeah, we can see now here the new airships that we have available then. So we got the unarmed airships, right? So that's these classes here, 5 classes. Starting with the Harpy, going to the Manticore, the Hermes, the Pegasus, and the Zephyr airships. So all of them have different strengths. The Harpy, for example, is the fastest one. So very good for long trade routes for ladders, right? It's very fast and delivers those ladders quickly. On the other hand, we have the Zephyr, the largest airship ever constructed. It has an amazing 3,500 hit points. very heavy 8 cargo slots available, whereas the Harpy only has 2 cargo slots. But the Harpy, as we can also see, is twice as fast, for example. Right, and then we got the armed airships, so that's the Harpy and the Manticore. Both of them require weapons, and then we have fighter airships, and with those you can go ahead and, yeah, well, destroy your enemies from above. You can always also bomb them, so we can and should probably now start with a bombing factory, right? So that's something here. That's our drop good. So there's the new drop good category that we have, and there is the bomb factory. This baby here, I'm probably going to have it over here somewhere in my industry zone for River of Stars. Let's just go ahead. Where's my warehouse? There is a warehouse. So we should have it closer to a warehouse there. Somewhere here then in this area. There's this road. Very nasty. And let's drop it in here. You get it? We drop in. Okay. And then here we can have this road again, because I want to get this one gone again. With this one, let's actually wait a second. Before we build it, can we afford it? 300 Honaleros, we can afford this. Getting our bomb factory started for now. And as we can see, we have a whole bunch of resources for this one. Nitrate, dynamite, and steel. I think we have them all here on the island. And with that, we can then start producing bombs. We could also have a different selection, like the sea mines, for example, that we can then also finally plaster our harbors with. Then we have the pamphlets, very good for causing riots in enemy cities. And the water drop for fire, and the care package that has food in it, I think. But I'm not entirely sure on that yet. Lots of timber again in Capital City. Let's continue with our whole western district size here. And of course, we should also go ahead with our plantain production, because we want to have obreros here as quickly as possible. Now, for that, I'm going to build another bridge over here to this side, far away from everything, right? So here we can start with this awesome production of obreros and ponchos. And let's go ahead with the first 4 here right away. I think they did something with the consumption for ponchos and stuff, so this has increased a bit. Let's also have a police station or a fire station here. Would be fine then. Let's go ahead with the basic production. So I'm going to have with 2 warehouses here, 2 fish oil factories, 2 plantain plantations, 2 fried kitchens, then the warehouse and the fire station. And then we're going ahead with 2 poncho darners and 2 alpaca farms as well to get the obreros started, right? So in that case here, that's going to be very important. And then we should also have a look at the helium pocket up there. Let's get us the next bridge over, wasting some 20 tons of timber as well. And up here, very important that we get this one up and running. For this, we do need fish oil. Now, glad that we have some fish oil already now running. We do need saltpeter. This is only buildable in the old world. And we do need clay pits. And lucky us, we do have 5 clay pits as well in this world here, right? But we can already go ahead and start with the helium. It's producing then helium 4 per minute. So that's also something to note. But we do need 2 clay pits to supply both of them. And that's one here. It's going to have its own warehouse then. And then probably, yeah, there we have a connection. There, that's much better. This is closer. As close as it can get. However, that's a lot of workforce here, right? So for that, we do need obreros first. Also, the helium extractor requires 120 obreros. So we're waiting now for these resources to come in. Next step would be creating a new trade route. We could have a normal trade route now and then an airship trade route later, right? But for now, in order to get all of this working, let's use now Min, where we started with our saltpeter production already, and get this over to River of Stars. So that would be then here. 400 tons are waiting already for us. And let's just make it full. There's no reason why we shouldn't do this. And get Santa Maria on this holy mission. Getting the saltpeter over to River of Stars. Right, so over here in Min, we do have quite the nice production by now. Running at full speed. Producing everything that we need for our helium. While we wait, let's continue building the second district, second side of Capital City. So those guys here, and then really just those here too. This will also then make sure that we have a good consumption of goods right away.
We could use just about
and here. Right, so that's the basic city now. And no, Sean, sorry, I'm not doing that. And by the way, wait, there it is. Aluminum has arrived in Careful City. And let's also get some 100 tons of aluminum over to Madison, right? So that we can start up our airship platform then there as well. Alright, I should also get some steam motors over, what I can see. And definitely some weapons, since we do lack weapons in the new worlds. I do have some ships ready. It is as it is. People are happy and want to live in better houses. So we are going ahead and we're going to upgrade our first bunch of districts. So this one here, having now obreros. And we can also then build the post office right over here that will then take all of these into account, right? So let's build it. There you go. Post office number 1 also now in Careful City. Probably can have some... upgrade here in the background. All a fountain. And... some flowers, something like a little plaza then here in the background to this post office there. Very good, and it's also starting its production now. Now this of course does one thing right away, and it is providing letters to the people, the local mail, right? I haven't unlocked it yet in Careful City, but we can unlock it in a River of Stars. I think I've done it already here. Yeah, there we have it. Local mail is unlocked. It gives me +4 happiness for Breros, and it also gives me +2 coin for each building that is supplied with the letters. So that's a nice additional income coming in here for this new setup that we have. Now with the addition finally of Obreros in Careful City, we can now finally start with our Helium extractor, right? That we have then over here. So Peter is coming in a second, so we can finally start with our production, right? So we start with the Helium extractor. This is going to be very expensive. This placing, what was that? No, doesn't matter that we have it. It's getting Helium now out, but it does need a few things, right? So it does need clay 2 times. So we are going to have the clay pit here and the warehouse, and the same thing we can have here. Next up, what we have here is now our fish oil and industrial oil press. So that's the next one. So for the fish oil, we can already start with that, right? We do have those guys here. As we can see, the helium extractor produces every 15 seconds. The industry oil press does take half a minute though. So we do need to have 2 of those guys. And that means also 2 fish oil factories. So I'm going to build those 2 here. They're going to supply then right my city. And then we do need the industry oil press. The saltpeter is in now. And with that also the fish oil, and we can have this one then somewhere over here. However, the oil press requires space, right? So that's why we have these trees here, because we can use these trees just fine. It doesn't need to replant that much. And we can have the first one here and the second one somewhere over here. And let's also move that warehouse a bit further over. Right? And as we can see, this is a very interesting factory here now, because it is taking, I don't know what it's doing really, it's taking trees I think, mixing it with fish oil and saltpeter, doing some magic and makes industrial lubricant out of it. Oh, and where is it going now? Oh no, it's going all the way over there. So now it should take the shorter route, please. No. And there it is. Our first industrial lubricant coming in now, right? So it's doing the magic. It's working. We can also build the second one now. This is requiring quite a lot of hornaleros there, right? So that's already 130 obreros that we hornaleros that we consume with those here now. And this will now ultimately lead to my helium extractor having the lubricant and the clay. There it is, to finally start producing helium. Now, helium is what we need for our airships production. Oh, by the way, we should have a hospital. I'm going with one up here and probably one down here. We still need to have a trade route now. As we don't have a trade route yet between the 2 islands, I will need to create a new one. This is only one resource. We could go with a charter route. or I'm taking a dedicated ship. Let's go with the charter route for now, because helium is not going to be in high quantity, right? So it's something that is rather low, and we take it from Careful City to River of Stars, 80 for each one, and there we've chartered it, and now it's getting over there. We can use the airships then later to make this production work. All right, we get the first ton of helium in now as well. New Megacity series probably in a week or two from now. So, spoiler alert, I finished the hard mode series, right? So, there's still a couple of episodes coming out for this, but then it's over. And then we're probably going right into the new Megacity series. I'm still waiting for the final release of the DLC on Tuesday. And then I'm going to install all my 300 mods again. Then I'm quickly going to test it, and then we're going to start with it. And perhaps I'm going to stream the Megacity series entirely. Because I think I'm going to enjoy this one. I think you're going to enjoy it too, for those of you who like live streaming. So, perhaps I do it. The problem though is Megacity, right? It's really complex. It's so many mods. There can be so many things that go wrong. So I always have a bit of a hesitation towards doing something like that live streaming, because it's just so many things can go wrong technically, right? And thanks for the sub there. I'm glad you like it. Yes, the hard mode was really fun actually. It was not as hard as the previous extreme playthrough, because the AI was really busy with one another, but it was still pretty fun to see a different side of NPCs, right?
We are out of room.
That are not trying to crush you all the time. Fair enough. Edited videos are totally fine. I like them too. If I watch something on YouTube, I rather watch edited videos instead of streams. Hello, Amp there. Welcome. I'm glad you like it.
This is turning into a revolution.
Oh, we have 20 million by the... Ooh. Yeah. People are not so happy in Min. I'm probably going to use some additional police station for those guys. Hooray, and there it is now. Finally, we can start building our first airships. And we have the Harpy now and the Harpy armed, right? So one is the trader airship and one is the fighter airship. And we're going with the trader first for the 20 helium that we have now, because we want to start up a postal service delivery with this Harpy here, right? Let's prepare everything for it. So in River of Stars, we have the airship platform activated, and we got 125 local mail in stock. All right, next up is Careful City, on fire right now. People have not been very careful. Let's go ahead and have the fire station up here too. I guess that's the price you pay for hard incidents. And what we still need to do here is having our platform as well. The thing with the platform is you don't need to have it close to the city, right? So it's totally fine to have it somewhere else. I usually like to have it close to the city because it gives off a nice view. And I think we could have it over here then, right? But we do need to have modules installed. So let's rather go for... yeah, here. Because we can have a nice entrance to this one. There we've built it. This main road here goes over to the airship. Let's make this one a paved road there, by the way. Ah, that's not good. And here then as well. Going to my beautiful airship platform. Now the airship platform still needs now the airmail sorting office. Let's have this one, yeah, somewhere here. It needs to be connected with the platform, right? So we should have it then somewhere here. Let's make it like that for now. Also the item transfer depot. And this one we can then also have right next to it or on the other side. Let's have it on the other side for now. And then we have the commuter station. And this one allows me to have shared workforces between the two of them.
across your empire at record speeds.
Right, and as we can see, it is now shared. Not yet though, because we still need to add these modules then to the River of Stars as well. I do have a bit of a space problem here. So what I will need to do is I will need to move my factories a bit further over. Alright, with a bit of moving around, we have a room again. And we can use this room here also now to add the commute station. Right, so now we have the shared workforce between River of Stars and Careful City and the item transfer depot. There we have it. This is now fully equipped with everything of the latest tech. And then in Careful City, right over here, we do now have these available as well. And as we can see already, it is full with local mail now too. This is what we produce right now in Careful City already. And we can also still build this second post office. Let's do this. Because of course we want to produce as much as possible of letters. The thing is, right, we should probably activate local mail. The moment we do this, however, we have a local mail consumption in the city. And thus reducing the goods for it. Let's still do it, right? Because I think it's not that high. And as we can see already, not that much, but money is going up with this local mail coming in. And also a few more honorarios will live then in this city here. Just fine. However, any surplus local mail that we have, we can now use in our airmail sorting station. And I think we should be seeing our first airship now coming out soon. And lo and behold, there it is, our first airship. The Harpy, the lowest class of all the airships, but still it's there. We can already go ahead with the armed airship, and the upgraded Manticore would then require some steam motors already, right? But I'm getting the steam motor over. But this one, Silver Hope it's called, it's very fast, and we can now use it for our first transportation. Now, with the development of air transport, items and specialists can be quickly transported between the islands, and this is what I would like to see. So we can now start our first trade route for the airship, right? So airship trade route. And this is going to be a regional air trade ship or trade route, right? We also have global trade routes that are coming after this. They're a bit more complicated, but we are going for, we're getting there. Let's start with River of Stars going to Careful City. And the Silver Hope is going to be on this trade route, and it's going to deliver local mail to Careful City, and it's going to pick up local mail in Careful City and get it over to River Stars. So basically we're going to have local goods only, local letters, right? Let's accept, and let's just watch this whole thing now coming to life, right? So the airship is now docking at the platform, getting down there. By the way, always very impressive in the first person perspective, seeing those big airships then coming down, because they're much bigger, of course, in real time than from above, right? Taking in now the letters that we have. So this is our civilian airship, right? We also have the military airships then, but we're starting, of course, with the civilian airships. And this one is now loading local mail, 50 tons of that from River of Stars. Of course, we have still 77 tons of local mail production here. Quite a lot. We might check it out quickly. Now the full production should be up again, and that is 9 per minute. Right? So we can produce those, but of course they will quickly be brought over there to Careful City now. Taking quite some time here. Do we have a loading time? 2 tons per second. And we have 50 tons, so it does take 25 seconds there for this to process. Right? Now there it's finished, and the Harpy is on its way delivering important letters from the people of River of Stars over to Careful City that we have then over there. And it's docking then right over here, going down, and now something interesting is happening. The local mail has been supplied, right? And let's just quick. And now the local mail, the 50 tons, have been transformed into regional mail. And this is where the real magic of this DLC begins, because with this, the regional mail, we can now unlock this one for my obreros, and this is going to have a nice boost of additional population and also of money, right? So plus 5 coins and plus 5 obreros per building we can get out of this bonus here for our cities. So we can massively boost our population. And this is only the tier 2, right? So we got tier 1 local mail that has not been unlocked for Careful City. I could unlock it too for my obreros here. right? And then we get the overseas mail, and this is the tier 3. And for that, we'll need to connect our old world city then with this transportation system. Now, also, finally, the letters are coming in, the local mail for River of Stars as well, right? So we'll see now the, there it is, regional mail activation. Oh, wait a second. No, 50. And we can now and should unlock it too for the people of River Stars. So both of them have it now, right? So with that, we boost both of these populations. They're now getting the money and also boosting on population. They're quite a bit actually. By 2,000 already. That's nice to see. Alright, so this is the first step. Next step is, let's get some proper materials over. First of all, we can also go for the Hermes now. So this is the smallest of the cargo airships. It prioritizes speed over hold space, but it has 3 cargo slots. Let's go ahead and build the Hermes, the next tier of airships. And we are working now on our next goal, that is the transportation with the old world. So for that, we do want to have now some steam motors in. As we can see, lots of helium is in already as well. Another 30 tons. And the steam motors is the only thing that I would like to have now, getting it from Madison. Now, Madison will change a bit with the airships then as well. Let's get the steam motors over first. We do have quite a bit of that, right? So let's go with that and some weapons there in addition, so that we have a proper production of warships then as well. To River of Stars, leaving town. Of course, there are also new items available with the DLC. So we got the first one here, the Elite Airship Gunner. It's a legendary item right away. Perfect for attack range and accuracy increased. And we probably, hopefully, also get something that increases my loading times or decreases my loading times, right? Also some new weapon items usable on military ships. Damage per shot 38. Damage modifier against Harbour Buildings 999%. And we can use this. Costs 2.4 million for 3 shots. Oh. Oh, I want to see them though. Is this an atomic bomb? There's the same thing again, right? It's a bit weaker. No, it's not. It's actually more expensive. It costs 3 million. It's the same amount. Very strange. There's another one. Airship. Damage per shot increased. Attack speed increased. Accuracy increased. Let's also take this gal. And hopefully also something for production boost in the new world. That's Archie. He probably will not have like something like that. But the... Oh, this is only used for ships, right? So we cannot use this one on airships. This is only usable on steamships. But there might still be sailing ships. Now I just realized it's 12 million purchase price for the rocket barrage. This was, of course, a massive stupidity on my side there. I thought it was... The number is so big here that you can't read it in full, right? So it was overlapping there and I thought it was 2 million. Alright, we can use it at least. I do have the money after all, but still, that was a lot of money. This is an item that is though really good, right? So affects the gold mines and they produce helium as extra good. So since helium is very rare, we only have 1 helium site. We could use this here to boost my helium output significantly with gold mines. So that's that. Perfect. Those are some new items here with the DLC. Let's get this all over there to River of Stars right away. Alright, next step is to establish an airship platform in Madison. We do have a bit of space in here. That would be, of course, very tempting to use, but it would make sense to have airships landing in the middle of the city, so I'm not doing this. We're doing it a bit further out here. There is, for some reason, way too many schnapps distilleries and for my alcoholic people, and we're going to move them over there a bit, making room for a beautiful big airship platform for Madison. This one here too. And this one will probably have no room here anymore, doesn't matter. You can have it here as well still. That's fine. And the cool thing about this is it's the end of the main road, right? So the whole main road through Madison leads then to what? To the airship. To the airport. And we're going to make a proper entrance for this one. Lots of these old school ornaments here. Let's get rid of them. Who needs trees? this one, and this one, cleaning the whole area up. And seriously, we don't need that much schnapps. Let's get rid of some of them. Oh, and I definitely do need a... We have one fire station here, but I will need a second one. Just on time, we get the next tier of airships, Hermes. It looks reinforced, but based on experience from the scenario, it is not. So it is going down really quickly. This one here is now in place, perfect. This is going to be my first overseas trade route. And also just on time, steam motors and weapons arrive in River of Stars. Let's get Hermes then already a bit closer to my airship platform. And also here we have now those steam motors. Let's just get them off board. And with that, we'll be able now, holy moly, to build all of the remaining ships. So, the Zephyr is a tempting one. We could also go with the Pegasus, or we start with our first military ones. Let's start with the Manticore armed 2 times. And then I'm waiting for some helium on the Zephyr, so we also see the biggest airship in action. Now, I think this one here we should still use then, but let's get started on my airship hangar in Madison, the platform. So there we have it, and of course, as always, we cannot really place it exactly in the middle of a street. It has uneven tiles, so I will need to place it over there. Make the connection. Right, so there's this little ground in front of it. That unfortunately will always look uneven, so let's just connect it here with that paving there, and that should be fine then, right? Actually, let's move it a bit further behind, because I would like to have then some... We could have these airship platform arcs, right? This one here, departure. It has departures on both sides. Is there also an arrival? No, I guess you can only depart from this one here. So let's go ahead and have this one. Fortunately, there is an arrival as well here that we have, right? So we can have them in place. And let's have these poles that are out there a bit further. We got lots of additional new ornaments for that, right? So also these normal smaller poles that we can have on those sides. Welcome. Let's put them a bit further outside there each, or make them a bit more on the inside. This is the whole entrance, right? And here then the roads continue into nothingness. But at least we have then this entrance to the airship platform. And now we have the aluminum in, so we can finally build it. There you go. And I would not like to see any dirt roads close to this one. Right? And that's in its naked state. Now, we have also these 2 modules then. So the item transfer depot. Very important. We can have this one, yeah, here, if we want to, or like so. And then we have the airmail sorting office on the other side. Oh, and also a new achievement with that. How very good. Fully operational. And in that case here now, we have the letters, right? But there's no letters yet, because we still need to get cracking on the post offices for Madison. We also need to have this one now as well. You unlock it with the artisans, right? So then we have the post office. 15 aluminum it needs, so we can't even get that many out. And yeah, the radius is in a big city really, really small, so there's not that much. But I think we should start, of course, with providing postal services for my investors and for my engineers. So I'm going to look out for a good location here, like this one, where there's a pub. We don't need a pub in the city center anymore. So instead of alcohol, we serve letters now. And there is a new skin for the... Oh, there's the post office then here. right, that we can then add. Unfortunately, the paving is a bit off, and there is no other skin for it, so we have to live with that paving there, but it's fine. We could... Nah, let's not do this. Let's not use a paving, a different one then, on the streets. And this one is starting now to produce letters, local mail. Going up there, I think it will go up to 900% because it's taking into effect a lot of buildings, right? And they all also have the lifestyle need now here for the local mail then. Let's build quite a few of them because we will want to supply the city also with local mail, right? So for that we do need to have a nice production. There's the next pub. So once again, goodbye alcohol, hello postal services. And there's the marketplace that actually fits together just fine. Oh, and also our items have arrived and my rocket barrage has also arrived. So that is something we will be able to use. Alright. Next postal office for Madison. Probably a bit further up here. There's this plaza area. Once again, there's a pub. Or this looks like a proper location. Because who needs trees? We'll get rid of them. And it's actually fitting in quite nicely here. With this little entrance ground there. Between all these big houses. For also producing local leather. So there's going to be a lot of leather production now in Madison, right? The airship will be quite busy with that. And we probably can squeeze in also some for the workers. So they're somewhere here. Yeah, once again, there's a pub. Get rid of that. However, there's workers here, but there's the pub for these guys, right? And let's just extend the range of this pub to reach as many workers as possible.
Good to see you know your drills.
Like so. Perfect. Let's also have a nice fence around my airship. Of course, because no one should get to my airship hangar there uninvited. Let's actually... Yeah, and on the other side too. I mean, do we have a fence there already? No, not really. Here we could have a nice exit point there as well, right? Because this looks like it. And these piazza benches actually fit to the paving that we can see here, right? So that's the same paving. So theoretically it would make sense to use them here. Right, some further trees and all is well now in Madison Airport. So our first airport. Boy, I hope we can see some real airports then as well in this game as well at some point. That's that. The letter production is in full swing. This one is at 1000% almost. That's how I would like to see it. We can also quickly have a look around in the first person perspective on the streets of Madison. Quite busy, right? Where we have now these new babies here. And they look fantastic. Very nice. I don't know why you go in there with balloons, but I hope you have a good reason. He probably wants to deliver some helium that we're going to need for our airships. Now, in the colorful streets of of Madison, not of Knutas, we have now the letter production. And let's quickly check it out how much we produce here, because it should be substantial. 46, right? 46 per minute, 46 tons of local mail. We can now unlock the local mail for my people. So 46 is now going to be crushed. As we can see, in a city like Madison, we can really feel the increase now in population and money. Right, so this is really visible there to further boost your income and your population. Right, so I think with a big city like Crown Falls, you could now actually go for 500,000 on one city alone. That could be possible with all these population boosts and the skyscrapers then. Local mail comes in. What is the consumption rate of this one now? We do see a consumption of 15, right? So 15 we consume ourselves, and we have a surplus of 32 when it comes to the local mail now that is being produced. And this is then also being delivered now to the airmail sorting office, which is full. That happened rather quickly. So it is time to start our otherworldly airship route. This one goes now from Madison to, let's make it River of Stars, right? And in Madison we do collect the letters. Let's collect 2 times the letters. And in River of Stars we collected, we don't have a lot here, right? Also 2 times. And of course Hermes is doing that trade route. Let's have a look. There it is. It's getting a bit busy here now with all these airships that want to dock. What are you doing? He's not even docking once. He's going right... Oh yeah, okay, Madison was first in place. Doesn't matter, we don't have any letters there anyway. And off it goes on a beautiful, long, dangerous journey to the old world. On the holy mission of getting letters back and forth. At the same time also, we get the first fighter out. That is the Manticore. A fighter airship. It has a gun on board. 2 guns, what I can see. And also a nice needle to ram other airships. And with this one here, it's doing 65 damage per minute. That's quite a lot actually. 65 per shot, per shot it's 130 actually, and the attack speed is 2 seconds. It has 2,400 hit points, and it does cost me a whopping 1,000 credits. That's actually steep. It is twice as strong as a frigate at this point. The Manticore, our basic military airship, and compare it with a battle cruiser, which is doing 50, so it's even doing more damage than a battle cruiser. Bishop, we can attack. Yeah, perfect. And the same damage than a ship of the line. So not so bad. Not so bad. A nice addition to my fleet. Next mission, tutorial the postal routes. So in this case here, you've successfully arranged for mail to be collected and distributed on one island, but this mail can be transported elsewhere via airship to provide more valuable regional or overseas mail with greater benefits. So we should use this now, the tier 3 then of the product, right? So as we can see, regional mail, for example, is full in River of Stars right now. The local mail is decreasing still because it's also being now transported to Madison, so quite a lot use it. We could theoretically say, please don't use local mail here anymore, right? Obrerers, because we need all of that. So I'm going to disable it for those guys here. As we can see, the local mail provides +4 Obrerers and +2 coin per building, whereas the overseas mail provides +8 Obrerers and +10 coin per building. So it's a substantial upgrade in income and population. And I'm just on time to see that the Hermes has successfully landed in Madison and taking in the local mail. Let's quickly go to the streets of Madison. Oh, I'm trapped. There it is. Ah, it's beautiful. Really, it is. It looks so massive when you come in from that. And this one is now taking in the delivery. Oh, there's also some photographs being taken. And lots of people would like to board this airship as well. Unfortunately, they don't know a fact that there is no passenger cabin on board. But we can pretend there is. And I can see the turbines not being used right now. Also a nice detail. And off it goes again on its journey back to the New World. It looks like it's burning. And there it goes. So yeah, we can do this now with the New World. We can also have, of course, air travel now between the islands in the Old World too. So I can also start these air platforms in the Old World and then have transportation, air transportation in the Old World too, between the islands, and of course overseas to the New World with that beautiful, lovely view over our cities. In order to speed up airship production, especially for war fleets, right, we can build the airship hangar a second time. So we're not bound to it to have it only once on every island, but we can have a couple of them actually on one island. So let's start the next production of this one here. Having 2 then ready allows us to have more airships in a quicker succession, and thus building up more fleets, especially since, yeah, there's quite the demand for letters. So this one here, let's move my warehouse a bit closer over there, because we're going to need this, right? So the timber and the bricks, we have plenty of this in, and then we will also need the aluminium. We have 170 tons of that in, and then there was also the idea here with the sails, but we have plenty of that as well. There it is. My thunderclap Hermes is arriving. It's very fast. It's lightning fast, honestly. It just arrived here again, and it just left Madison really 2 minutes ago, I think, and it dropped it off, right? So what happens now? The 50 tons of local mail from Madison turned into 100 tons of overseas mail. So the 100 tons of local mail turned into 100 tons of overseas mail, and this one we can now use for River of Stars. The 10 tons of local mail from River of Stars will then be turned into overseas mail in Madison. Now there is the trick about it, right? In River of Stars, these 100 tons of overseas mail is not that much worth. So we can activate it here. And it's of course doing a nice job boosting my Bravo workforce by 8 people per house and 10 coin per house. Right, so it will be, of course, as we can see, some improvement here also in my population. Quite fine. But of course, the boost is unequally higher in the old world. So if you use the same 100 tons of overseas mail in Madison, you get like infinitely more bonuses out of that than using it in the new world. So what I will do, I will probably stop my consumption of, I think we've already done it, but we really want to get a lot of local mail to Madison and not just the meager 10 tons that we have there right now. So we do have local mail consumption. Nope, it's also blocked here. There it is. Let's block it for these people again. And they do have 100 tons of regional mail anyway, right? So we can activate this one for those people. There, it's already activated. Perfect. But I would like to use more local mail for Madison. And what we can do here is we can stop this one trade route that delivers it like this, right? So Careful City to River of Stars. Let's not do it like that. We have Silver Hope, and Silver Hope have 2 cargo slots. So why not take 50 tons in Careful City? Why not take 50 tons in... Oh, all right. I know now why. Because you are forced to unload it. Can we have a triple road here? Is that working? That's a shame. Okay, I wanted to take the 15 River, the 15 Careful City, and deliver both of that to Madison. This is not possible. Okay, then we have to take a 1 ticket only here, right? So Madison is not on the list anymore. And this one is now going from Careful City with the mail to River of Stars, and that's it. So this is just a one-way delivery service. So if you're right now the people from Careful City, you will never get an answer. This is sad, but I just want to try this out. If it's really working then. And we do have the next airship then soon, right? That will also apply to the straight route here. But I really want to get more of this over. Holy cow, so much overseas mail. Airship Hermes is on the way. So they also have new symbols on the global map. That's pretty cool to see. Right, and this baby now is on its way, and probably going to take a bit of time since it has no cargo in slot. There it is. And as we can see, how much faster it is in comparison to the normal ships that we have there, right? Overtaking them easily.
Arrival might take over your island.
And let's check this one out. That's in the old world. It's a small island, but it's an important one, strategically speaking. Let's just wait for that ship to arrive. Airship arrives with some overseas mail, right, coming in now. So we get the first 10 tons of overseas mail now finally in Madison. This will be probably consumed within a second now, but we can still try it out. Right, there we have it. And this one, just in comparison, right, we do get 8 obreros out of the overseas mail and 10 coin. In Madison, we do get 25 investors per building and 125 coin as a bonus. So this is vastly inferior. Activating this one in Madison. So let's go ahead and do this and just watch the numbers grow. once it's coming in, but of course not for long. So this is giving me now 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,
Most of life becomes
16, 20,000, 22,000, 23,000. Oh my goodness, 25,000. It's still growing. Yeah, this is still going up. 30,000 bonus income already. This is really harsh. This is a lot. 30,000. Yeah, 30,000. It's still growing. But I think we are going to run out of it now. Yeah, it's not going down as quickly as the local mail. But that's 33,000 coin in addition out of the mail. If we activate it. Overseas mail. And it's not even full yet. 34,000, 35,000. It's probably going to be somewhere there. And I haven't even looked on the population. There's definitely a massive increase in population too. Oh, yep. That's pretty good. And just imagine when you have the skyscrapers then. That's going to be crazy. Yeah, the bank income is a dwarf against that. Once you have a proper system here up, right? So supplying your main city with local mail is going to be absolutely paramount for massive income. Oh yeah, also very good. We have the next airship available, right? So this is the class tier list that we have now. So this is Pegasus. Looking really nice there. And Pegasus we're going to use, of course, for old world transportation of our ships. And then there's the whole bombing thing. Stay tuned.